Thanks for staying with us on Sunrise Daily this morning. We are going, of course, into the aftermath of the elections that are held on Saturday in Kogi State. Specifically at this moment, we'd like to speak with the Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. He joins us from Okene in Kogi State. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Your Excellency. I guess congratulations is in order. You are governor and governor-elect at the same time.
Thank you very much.
All right, well...
Thank you very much, Ayo.
Well, the elections has come and been held, has been winnings declared, losses declared. From where you stand as governor of Kogi State, what's your impression of the exercise?
Thank you very much, Ayo. The exercise, like you mentioned, has come and gone. First of all, I will thank God Almighty. I will thank the umpires that came and all the security agencies. I will appreciate Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, who presented this platform for each and every one of us to contest on a very level playing field. I appreciate my party and the leadership of the party, starting from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national leader, the national chairman of our great party, His Excellency Adams Aliu Oshomole. I appreciate all the governors who contributed immensely towards this particular success. And then an appreciation goes to all my party faithfuls, both from national and at state level. I appreciate the good people of Kogi State for trooping out en masse and reposing this confidence in me to steer the affairs of Kogi State for another 4 years.
Governor Bello,
I appreciate my wonderful family.
Governor Bello, what's of concern really is the entire conduct of the process. What is your take on how the whole thing? Well, you've thanked the INEC and all of that, but many people are concerned, especially civil society organizations, observer groups are very concerned about the process. What's your understanding of the whole process?
I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody, like I said earlier. The conduct of the election was quite very, very credible. A level playing field was provided, and it was free and fair. Of course, in any election, there is bound to be one issue or the other, and you can't really take pockets of issues to judge the general conduct of the election. Regarding the comment of the civil society organization, well, they are entitled to their own opinion, but let us know the parameters with which they are judging this particular election. How many polling units did they visit? Out of, over 2,548 polling units. 239 wards and 21 local governments, all across the difficult terrains of this particular state. So how many people have they reached out to? And there are over 600,000 vote casts. Have they interviewed all the electorates? So what are the yardstick? So they're entitled to their opinion. So I wouldn't stop them from making their opinion. But the only advice I have for the civil society organization and the umpire, which is the INEC, is that when next they are selecting those who are supposed to observe and monitor this kind of very all-important exercise, I think they should look into the credibility of some of those people and their antecedents and background. Because in a situation where you send somebody to go and monitor or observe an election of this nature, And they go around meeting those that they're supposed to even observe or monitor, asking for one form of logistics or the other. And when you decide to decline and what have you, then they decide to take it on you. I mean, it is most unfortunate.
All right,
most
Governor Bello, one of the
we know some of them where they belong to, where their loyalty stands. So,
all right, Governor Bello, one of the things that's giving many people concern is that there were significant pockets of violence in the process of the elections of Saturday. I remember at least 4 specific areas, including Dekina, Ayetoro, as well as Ajayi Crowder Primary School, the largest, polling area in that place. And there was one that they had sporadic gunshots that people had to scamper for safety, and a lot of electoral materials were destroyed, some carted away, and all of that. It definitely has to give someone concern, more so a governor like you who is supposed to be in charge of the security of your people.
Like I said, Mr. Ayo, I am not denying the fact that there is a pocket of violence, especially in Dekina there. But I am asking this question that out of 21 local governments, out of 239 wards, out of 2,548 polling units, how many of these numbers do they record violence? That is one. 2, how many of the electorates were interviewed, or the citizens of the country who participated in that particular electoral process were interviewed, before you come out to say, okay, because there is violence in Dekina local government, you use it to judge the credibility of the entire process? I think INEC needs to be given credit. The law enforcement agents has to be given credit. In any case, I have said, and everybody knew that when I came on board, I fought insecurity and crimes head on. And I have warned every person that cares to listen that any form of crime is crime, whether political or any other one. And I am going to join forces with the security agencies to ensure that those who perpetrated crime in any form in the state are brought to justice. So it's not limited to my party or to any other party. It's not limited to my party or any other political party. It is general, and everybody knows that I am a no-nonsense person. I came on board the first time without brigandage or thuggery. And this second time that God Almighty has given me the mandate once again was without any violence. I went around the whole state, every local government, federal constituency, senatorial district, campaigned without any form of violence anywhere. I conducted my primaries without any violence. We have the largest number of delegates, and no one single life was lost. In fact, no abuse, not to talk of any violence. You know, my main challenger, when they conducted their own primaries, just very few pockets of delegates, they ended up, with violence, and they couldn't even conclude that particular primaries. So you can now know who is perpetrating violence. Now, throughout my campaign across the state, nowhere a violence was recorded. No killing during my campaigns across the state, despite the mammoth crowd that turned out to greet me in all the senatorial districts of the state.